Oh, wow. So that's it, huh? This is Zeno's house. Huh?
Thank you for coming.
It has been too long.
You must be the same Goku. How nice to meet you.
Yo! Yes, sir.
So please forgive this mortal's informal attire.
Don't be trifled for a moment, my friend. After all, for you, that is the most important and meaningful outfit you have, is it not?
You betcha. I mean, yes, my sir. Sounds like you're a pretty smart dude. That guy may not look like much, but I get the feeling he'd be tough in the ring.
Most keenly recognized Goku. Many would be deceived by his appearance, but when it comes to fighting prowess, the Grand Minister is considered to be in the top 5 among all the universes.
Yeah? That's awesome.
Needles! No! I hate needles! Get me out of here!
Makai Realm, Heavenly Prison. Duplicate, who had grabbed Vegeta from behind, takes him to the Makai Kingdom, a place where several gods or powerful beings are imprisoned who have their energies drained. Vegeta is unconscious, with his feet and hand tied by chains, being dragged through corridors, which seems to be endless. Vegeta is conscious but not completely, because in some moments he managed to open his eyes and wake up for a few seconds, but then he faints again. He's taken to a cell where he is trapped, unable to move or speak, let alone free himself. Still, in the big fortress, Goku was shaken by what happened. Goku walks from one side to the other, looks around, and with his eyes full of concern, Goku feels completely frustrated. Goku looks at his trembling hands and says, "I can't believe this happened. Why did it have to stay like this? First they took Mr. Beerus and now they've taken Vegeta. It's my fault. I was weak." Goku finishes saying this by punching the wall, which completely crumbles. Goku stops to observe everything around him, then closes his eyes, takes a deep breath. Goku then says, "I already know. I just need to feel Vegeta's ki, and I'll find him." Goku touches his forehead with his fingertips and starts to concentrate at this moment. He feels Vegeta's energy and says, "Found it! It's pretty weak, but he's still alive. Now I can go with him with teleportation." Goku then uses his technique called teleportation, and he appears in front of a gigantic gate. Goku looks around and doesn't see anyone, and there he speaks. "That's weird. Vegeta isn't here, and I'm pretty sure his ki was coming from that direction. I'll try again." Goku concentrates again, and once again he feels Vegeta's ki, and when he goes to teleport in him, an enemy simply appears in front of him, touching his right shoulder. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Let's go back to the point. Goku is startled and takes 2 steps back, and his enemy says, "Hello, intruder. Everyone calls me Teleport, and it's a pleasure to meet you." Goku, with a scared look, looks at the villain and says, "Teleport? How? He appeared out of nowhere, so he can teleport too." That being looks at Goku and says, Now, where are my manners? Welcome to the Makai Kingdom. This is the grand entrance to the palace. But to enter, first, you have to defeat me, because I'm the gate guard. Goku is surprised, and he says, I finally arrived. I'm sure Beerus-sama and Vegeta will be inside. Goku looks at the teleport and says, "So to enter, I need to defeat you, right? Alright, let's go." Goku strikes his combat pose and prepares to start fighting. Meanwhile, on Earth, future Piccolo, Gohan, Trunks, and Bulma face numerous enemies, but the device that allows Bulma to transform into a Super Saiyan was still not charged. He would need to stay out of the battle for a while. But the warriors were doing the job until Piccolo gives a warning. Everyone looks at a villain who was just watching, and Piccolo could sense that this was no ordinary enemy. After Piccolo, Gohan, and Trunks defeat countless enemies that Bean approaches, he comes closer, clapping his hands slowly and smiling, and at that moment he says, "Congratulations! You're very, very cute. They managed to defeat several demons quickly, and I'm really impressed. I ended up getting excited to see you guys fighting, and I felt like fighting too." Gohan looks at Piccolo, then at Trunks, and says, "Guys, I'll go first. If I defeat him, maybe you won't even have to fight." Trunks then says, Aw, but it's not fair. He seems to be strong. I also want to fight him. Piccolo says, you don't have to worry. I'll finish him off so you don't get in the way. The three warriors are there arguing to decide who will fight, and the villain gets serious at that moment and screams, Imbeciles! How dare you disrespect me like that? Assign as soon as you can, or come the three. I'm going to exterminate you anyway. Gohan says, I already know. Let's take a Jakin Po. So whoever wins, go first. Piccolo is embarrassed and says, that is a child thing. Gohan responds, it's the right thing to do, so whoever fights him will be chosen by luck. Piccolo agrees and the three begin counting. 1, 2, 3, Jakin Po! Piccolo makes scissors, Gohan also makes scissors, but Trunks makes stones, thus being the winner. Gohan looks serious at Trunks and says, Trunks, be careful, he can be dangerous. At that moment, Trunks nods, just agreeing with Gohan. He turns and walks towards the villain. The enemy looks at Trunks and smiles and then starts to say, so you'll be my opponent. Very well, my name is Sonata, also known as the Great Lord of Silence. After my enemies face me, they will never hear another sound again. Trunks smiles and says, stop being an idiot and let's get started already. Sonata was an amazing warrior with very peculiar skills. He could manipulate sounds, causing his opponent's eardrums to explode. But during his battles, he spoke singing. For so the sound waves he released had reverberated around him, thus increasing his powers. Back to Makai Kingdom. Goku was in front of Teleport. The enemy will just spawn and then decides to attack. Goku charges towards him with his fists clenched, ready to land a punch. And suddenly the enemy uses a type of teleportation, disappearing and reappearing behind Goku, hitting him. Goku falls to the ground with his face dragging over the ground and a handful of sand enters his mouth. Goku gets up, spitting out the sand he ate and saying, oh god, that's so gross. You surprised me now. Man, you're amazing, know how to use this technique, but it's not the only one. Goku prepares to teleport. But Teleport appears in front of him again and touches Goku, thus annulling his technique. And then lands a kick on the head of Goku, making him fall again. Teleport then starts saying, it's not just that, my dear. Not only can I teleport, but I can also nullify the technique of someone who has this ability. Although this part is a little useless after all, hardly anyone appears who knows how to use it. Goku stands up and sweat starts pouring down his face. Goku with a serious look says, damn it, how am I supposed to defeat someone I can't touch? And that I can still nullify my teleportation? Damn, this guy's really dangerous. Goku tries to attack again, but Teleport starts changing places quickly, and then it starts to say, intruders like you also knows how to use Teleport. I'll show you something interesting. He begins to teleport quickly from one side to the other, and thanks to the speed of his teleportation, several clones of him appears in front of Goku. His power is incredible, and the mastery of the technique is simply unimaginable. And then all the clones start talking at once. Intruder, you really are an incredible person for knowing how to use teleportation. But even if you trained for thousands of years, your technique will never be like mine. Goku then takes a deep breath and watches his enemy, and in a split second, Goku starts to smile and says, all good. I don't need to overcome your teleportation. I just need to be faster than you. Goku then transforms into a Super Saiyan God, having his hair red, increasing his speed to an impressive level. And since he now has Divine Ki, his enemy can't keep up. And then Goku starts moving quickly towards Teleport. Teleport makes a circle towards Goku, and Goku begins to launch several attacks, apparently hitting his enemy. However, Teleport, he kept using his technique faster, thus avoiding being hit in fact. Goku realizes that he couldn't overcome his enemy's technique, so Goku calms down, closes his eyes, crosses his arm, and waits. At this point, Teleport starts saying, you have given up, tired of playing this game. So come on, come upstairs. Goku remains silent and still. Teleport comes back and say, if you don't come, I will kill you. Goku remains silent. Teleport starts to get extremely furious, and he goes after Goku, thus making his first mistake, and it could be his last. He teleports to stand in front of Goku, then throws a punch. When his fist touches Goku's body, immediately Goku grabs his opponent's hand and says, ha! Got you! And now you cannot escape! Goku at this very moment is in front of the main gate of the definite entrance to the Makai Kingdom. Goku is currently facing an extremely powerful opponent who has the incredible ability to teleport. Goku loses the advantage of using teleportation because his enemy is superior using this trump card. The fight was uncertain until that. Goku grabs his opponent's hand and prepares to punch him in the face. For a moment, it seems that the game has turned because Goku had his enemy right there in front of him. However, when Goku unleashes his teleport attack, he holds it with his other hand and hits Goku with a headbutt, making him dizzy for a moment. But Goku recovers quickly and teleport lands a knee on his stomach, catching him off guard, causing Goku to feel the impact strongly. Teleport then says, "You are so dumb. You really believed that my only ability was the power to teleport. Idiot. I can do much more than that. I am the #1 among the Makai realm's great demon generals, after all." Goku smiles and says this instant, "Haha, I thought it was just a doorman here." Teleport is extremely furious with Goku's joke and kicks him, causing Goku to hit the Makai entrance wall, then grabs Goku by the neck and lifts him up and saying over and over again, "I am #1, I am #1." It lands a punch to Goku's stomach and repeated this countless times. "I am #1, I am #1, I am #1." Hundreds of punches later, Goku is nearly knocked unconscious until the demon says, "After I kill you, I will go to your planet and destroy everything, leaving only your family alive. But then they will be my slaves, and whenever I feel like it, I rip a piece out of them, a finger, an arm, or a neck, until there's nothing left." After saying it, it lands another punch. However, Goku's fury surges again, and before being hit, Goku holds his teleport hand. Goku then bans his enemy's fist while crushing his hand, using his strength. The enemy drops to his knees and feels trapped. Goku, with an extremely serious face, says, "You're nothing, you're nobody, and you never dare say you hurt my family again." While holding his opponent's fists, Goku concentrates his ki and reaches his ultimate form, Goku God Killer. Goku, with a sadistic smile on his face, holds Teleport's head and drags him against the wall after starting to give numerous knees in his face, making the blood flow. We can see several teeth of the enemy being pulled out. Teleport starts to get worried because he hadn't seen such ferocity in a single being. After the threat that Teleport made, Goku had transformed into a Super Saiyan God. So Goku says, "You worm, I tend to have a compassion on my enemies, but you deserve death." Goku, with an intense rage and with a look of hatred, he catches his opponent, and when he's about to deliver the final blow, Teleport simply disappears, leaving Goku standing there. Goku then reverts on his base form and remembers that he needs to find Vegeta. Then he uses his teleport, which works normally, and at that time he goes after his friend. Goku tries to feel Vegeta's ki, but he can't find him. Goku concentrates and takes a deep breath until he feels a faint presence. Then he says, "It's certainly here. Hold on, Vegeta. I'm coming." After that, Goku teleports and arrives at a cell. At that moment, Goku sees his friends bound by chains and having his energy drained. At that time, Goku says, "Vegeta, you're fine." Vegeta responds, "What are you doing here, Kakarot? You're supposed to be looking for Beerus." "I came to help you." Then Vegeta says, "And who said I need your help? You weren't supposed to be here, Kakarot, you idiot. What are you thinking, you imbecile? I was already getting out of here on my own." So even against Vegeta's will, Goku helps him by shooting a blast of ki, breaking the chain, and he finally manages to break free. Goku looks seriously at Vegeta and says, "Now, let's find Beerus." Vegeta says, "I'm sure I heard this voice, but that has been going on for a long time now, and since then I haven't heard anything." Goku responds, "So he's right here. We need to hurry." We return to the planet of destruction and we see Whis walking along a long corridor. Inside the great palace of Beerus, at the end of the corridor, there's a door that was locked. Whis, with slow steps, approaches. When his hands touches the doorknob and when he turns, the door opens. A small crack of light enters the place, and we can see an unknown silhouette form in the shadows. And from the middle of the darkness, red eyes appear. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, we can hear a song. "Don't forget a dark hole, you'll get punched. Don't forget that lesson, note you have a face in the dirt." At this moment, the villain holds Trunks by the hair, dragging his face on the ground, destroying some rocks. Gohan and Piccolo says, "Trunks!" Bulma looks on in amazement as she sees her son being humiliated. Sonata continues to sing with a slower, higher melody. See in the eyes of your friends the suffering I will cause. You thought I was a match for you, and in the end, I will humiliate you. Gohan and Piccolo think about interfering the fight, and Gohan says, Trunks, I'm coming! Trunks raises his hand and yells, No, sir, Gohan! This is my fight! Do not interfere! Gohan clenches his fists and starts to get furious, but does nothing. Sonata again changes the melody of her song, and with a deep voice on a heavy beat, he starts to sing a Rocky song. Don't be a sucker or proud! Don't stay at rock bottom! You without your friends! You're not a match for me! Get up soon, this is your end! Trunks gets up slowly with his legs wobbly. The Sonata music makes him weaker and weaker and increases his opponent's power more and more. Yet Trunks, being a proud warrior of his father, continues to joke and says, Dude, don't be ridiculous. Your music is so dumb. The only thing worse than that is having to look at your ugly face when you're singing. Sonata is furious and responds, So you don't like this rhythm, huh? Then tell me, what do you think about opera? At that moment, the Sonata takes a deep breath and begins to sing her beautiful opera. I told you that you weren't able to keep up with the attacks from someone so insightful. Before we continue, I am so sorry about my singing voice. My voice is a bit tired, but I'm gonna sing anyway. Opera, let's go. Sonata then raises her voice and starts to move as if she were really in an opera show. Some illusions appear around her, and Trunks looks impressed and says, The vocalist wasn't enough, now there's a whole band. And seriously, even the drama has the right to do so. Around the Sonata, numerous musicians with appearance similar to him appears, with violinos, pianos, percussions, and various musical instruments. Sonata raises his voice and sounds incredibly high-pitched as he sings, Oh, no, you will die. The sound of the violin begins to echo alongside with the rhythm of her singing voice. Get ready for my last attack. Don't feel so fragile, not so guilty. For from the beginning you were already defeated. Trunks then, with his whole body shaking, slowly gets up and says, That's enough! Trunks then starts to raise his ki and screams, I'm tired of this stupid song! Sonata boosts her voice. Piccolo, Gohan, and Bulma watches the amount of power Trunks is gathering. Trunks performs a series of arm movements before placing his hands forward, with the thumbs and forefingers touching the form of a diamond shape. He then fires an energy sphere from his palms towards the opponent. The gigantic wave of power hits the orchestra that was in front of them, defeating them. Sonata slowly falls and Trunks flies towards him. Sonata then says to Trunks while singing, From what I see, this will be my last melody. My body fills and overflows with emotion. 'Cause this is the end. This is my last song. Trunks, as a sign of respect, begins to sing. You fought well, and a great champion, and a formidable warrior. It's not the end of your song. Every note and tune will forever be in my heart. Gohan and Piccolo, who are approaching, slowly watch, and Piccolo says, Congratulations, Trunks, you beat him. He's gone. But is it just me, or were you singing to him? No. I was just, never mind. Let's get out of here. There are other enemies for us to face. To be continued. Will Goku and Vegeta be able to find Beerus? Will the Z Warriors continue to be able to protect the Earth? What Whis is hiding from us? Regardless of what it is more than important that you already expose it here in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.